Let's discuss an interesting concept relating to the first law of thermodynamics in this video. In the previous video, we discussed the first law of thermodynamics and we stated that the first law actually reinstates, or first law actually confirms the conservation of energy theorem, which states energy can neither be created nor destroyed. However, it can be converted from one form to another. And the thermodynamic systems we discussed in the previous video, they all consume a form of energy and produce or convert that energy into another form. And in that process, the system also acquires some sort of internal energy. And that's what the first law states. Whether it's a cyclic process or a change of states, the system consumes energy in one form and produces energy or converts that energy into another form, and in that process it increases or loses some of its internal energy. So that is the first law. Now, if there is a system or a machine or an engine that is violating the first law of thermodynamics, then that system is called a perpetual motion machine of the first kind, or a PMM1. Up until today, there has not been any violation of the first law. So we should say that a PMM1 therefore is impossible. Let's see what is the perpetual motion machine in detail. So what happens for a system if it produces work continuously? In the first picture here, you can see a system is producing work, but as per first law, it should consume some sort of energy. Let's say here heat. So if this system is producing work continuously without consuming this heat, then that is a PMM1. So now we know that is not possible. There should be some sort of energy input to produce this work. In other words, if your car can always run without a fuel, then that can be termed as a PMM1. And you know that is not possible. So a system that is producing work continuously without consuming a heat energy or another form of energy, that could be termed as a PMM1, and therefore we know that is not possible. Conversely, we can also say a system cannot produce or consume work. A system cannot consume work continuously without releasing another form of energy. So in the same way, if this system is consuming work continuously without releasing some form of energy, then this also could be termed as a PMM1. And again, this is not possible. If a system is consuming some sort of energy or taking some sort of energy, then that should release energy either in the same form or in a different form. Of course, there will be a rise of internal energy, but in a cyclic operation or after some time, that system should release energy in a different or in the same form. So if this doesn't happen, then this system can be called a PMM1. In other words, if a system produces work without consuming energy, or a system consumes work without generating or releasing some energy, that is termed as a perpetual motion machine. And this is a violation of first law of thermodynamics, and therefore this is not possible.